Hi everybody, this is Ospreyeye from MyChartCoach.com, and in this video we're going to check out some of the ticker symbols in the marijuana sector that are currently in play. Okay, we've got quite a few ticker symbols to go through here, so I'm going to go through them pretty fast. Starting off here with Canopy Growth Corporation. If you're not familiar with them, they are the Cadillac of the marijuana sector as far as cultivators go. So, you know, they're hitting all angles of the industry, and so right now the chart has been heading higher. They trade under ticker symbol TWMJF over the counter, and then also on the Toronto Stock Exchange under ticker symbol WEED. So this is the best of breed, and it currently is at 63 on RSI, so there's room to run until the overbought level of 70. You've got Fasto up here at 88, and so the big development here is a new uptrend started back here in June when there was a close above the middle Bollinger Band. The middle Bollinger Band held, and then you had a close back here in the third week of June above the 50-day simple moving average, which is the green line here, currently at 598. That level held when the share price pulled back and tested support, and then now the share price is breaking higher. We were looking for a break above this closing price on the 22nd of June. That happened today, so that is signaling more upside potential. Now it needs to get through this resistance here from the end of April, beginning of May. If it can do that, our next target is right here at this junction with the 100 and 200-day simple moving averages. We're looking for a close above the 200-day simple moving average at 695 to signal more upside potential, and a continuation up here to 820. You know, it looks like the jar is being filled back to this prior resistance level. This is going to be the big level to break. If it can close above, that'll signal more upside potential. If it fails to break, it could consolidate and pull back. As long as candles are right in EMA for support, the chart is very strong. As long as the middle Bollinger Band holds, the uptrend is intact. So yeah, so this is performing the way we thought. It's heading higher. We've got bullish crossovers on MACD on both time frames, and the recent PSAR bull flip. So these are all signaling the possible start of a new uptrend. Okay, let's look at VAPE. Okay, this stock has been doing well. If you check out here, it's got room to run still on our side. It's at 60, not at overbought levels. Fasto did close above 80. You know, there was a bull cross on 80X. You've got the green line above the black and red line showing the bulls are in control. And so congrats to everybody that got our alert on Monday. We put out an alert and a chart showing that there was a close above the middle Bollinger Band here on the 17th. We were looking for that support level to hold. As you can see here, it failed to hold on previous attempts. But yesterday it closed above, and then today it made the breakout higher. We were looking for a close above the 50-day simple moving average at 0.0044 to signal more upside potential. That happened today. So congrats everybody that's following our charts in TA. Another big winner for our friends. Gotta love it. We want to see that level hold, and our next target is up here at the 100-day simple moving average at 0.057, and then this high close level that's just below it, low at 0.0054. So the close today was above the upper Bollinger Band. You know, if the share price pulls back, you really want to see the candles now stay above that 50-day simple moving average, like the TWMJF chart. Notice how it held the 50, stayed above the green line after closing above. That's what we want to see, and so we want to see that level hold, and that'll signal the launch higher. And so yeah, this is playing out nicely so far. We've got good volume behind the move. There's also the recent bull crosses on MACD. So yeah, the chart's really been heating up, and the PSAR bull flip. We just want to see a support hold now, and the uptrend to continue. Okay, take a look at AGTK. Now this is a stock that is just heating up. All right, closed up 23% today. And one way that you can tell a stock is just heating up is when it just breaks above 50 on RSI. Notice how 50 had been big resistance. Okay, so it has been failing to get above 50, so we want to see it stay above that level. That's going to signal a bullish change in trend. Notice how the stock has been on a really long downtrend, and so it's trying to reverse the downtrend. So staying above 50 on RSI is a clue that the chart is turning bullish. Another one is the break above 50 on Fasto, so we want to see it stay above that level. The last time it had a little push, you can see that the share price got above 50 on Fasto. Okay, there was also a bullish crossover on ADX. the green line is plus DI, the red line is minus DI, and the black line is ADX. It's always good when you have the black and the green line above the red line. That's a signal the bulls are in control. So the chart's all heating up here. And then once again, notice the key bullish development that happened that we love, that we look for every single day. It happened right here, the close above the magic line, the 50-day simple moving average at 0.0117. Okay, so we want that level to hold. Notice that on Monday, there was a close above the middle Bollinger Band. That level had been failing to hold. Notice back here, you know, there were closes above on these white candles, and then the share price pulled back. So now, with the share price closing above the 50-day simple moving average, notice how it was resistance back here. That's signaling more upside potential. That's a bullish change in trend from back here when it failed to do that. It failed to close above that level before. So we're always looking for changes in trend to signal, you know, we're looking for the bullish move to signal more upside potential. And so that's what's happening here. We want to see 0.0117 hold, the green line, and then we want to see a launch off of that. It's got to get above the high close resistance at 0.014. These are a couple of dojis right here, and then you've got some resistance here at 15, and then the ultimate target, if the 100 holds, is up here, or the 50 holds, is the 100 and 300-day simple moving averages basically at 0.017. Good volume behind the move. We've got a bullish crossover on MACD. And so, yeah, the chart's really heating up. Let's just see if it can follow through. Okay, take a look at AMMJ. Okay, this closed above 70 on our side, above 80 on Fasto. Okay, we want to see the green line cross the black line to the upside there. It's pinched. This has already been on a run. And so notice here, like the last two charts we were talking about, you know, the share price getting above the middle Bollinger Band, which is the dotted purple line. Notice how that happened here. And then the next big thing we like to look for is that close above and turning into support the 50-day simple moving average. That happened right here. And now the 300 is in between here. Many times that it's not like that, but the share price also busted above the 300. And then today the big move was the close above the 100-day simple moving average at 0.577. So we want to see that level hold. We want to see that level turn into support, and then the next key level of break is this 200-day simple moving average at 0.721. Notice it's lined up with horizontal resistance from back here in March. So this is going to be a big resistance level to break. If it can do that, then you could be talking about a run back up here to dollar land. Okay, that was the previous high back here. And so that looks like where the share price is headed. This is the big reversal. So this is what we want to see the other stocks that are forming a similar pattern to this. We want them to follow through like this AMMJ chart and continue the uptrend higher. The game, when you have a sector like this and everything's breaking out and running, you're always looking for what's the next play, what's the one that everybody missed that's getting ready to go. That way you can get the good early entry point, and it signals that you know, you have potentially more upside. You know, this still has a ways to go until it gets to the 100 if it follows through. You know, this stock already got above the 100. So you know, it wasn't as good. You know, that you know, it would have been better if you got in down here on the break above the 50. You know, it's always, you know, it's just all about, you know, it's all about finding that the next great play, and that's what we do every day. And then we like it when stocks are in an uptrend and the run continues. You know, charts like this make a really good swing trade. You know, if the chart's not broken, you know, don't fix it. Just continue to ride. Okay, look at CANN. Okay, the stock, you know, cooled down a little bit today. It closed down, you know, just under 2%. You know, no big deal. RSI is in the 50 to 70 bull zone. You've got Fasto up here at 80. Plus DI is still above 80x. Okay, so the bullish development here, if you caught our last chart, and that's what this is here. The annotations have not been updated. This is from our last chart that we posted. And what happened was that there was the close yesterday above the 300-day simple moving average and the 100-day simple moving average, the gold and blue lines. And so that was very bullish. And then today, there was another close above that level, but a red candle did form. Notice how there was much lighter volume. Okay, so this is what we call a pause candle. If there was a big volume spike today, that would be a red flag. And if there was a close below the 300 and the EMA4, which is EMA4 is at 1.99. And so since those levels held and it was a light volume pullback, that usually signals more upside potential. So what we want to see now is a break above the close from yesterday And then we want to see the closing price here on back in June, just below 220. That's going to be the big level to break. If you can get above 220, then you're talking about a run up here to the 200-day simple moving average at 253. You know, if candles stay above the 100 and 300-day simple moving averages, that's going to be very bullish. You know, notice that the middle Bollinger Band is just below at 188. You know, as long as that's holding, the uptrend is intact. So yeah, keep an eye on this play. There's recent bullish crossovers. The chart is heating up. Notice that the green dots here are at 214 right now. So when the share price hits that level, the green dots are going to flip below the candles. Okay, check out HEMP. Okay, this is the hemp play here. You know, this has been around for a long time, and it's been heating up as well. It's actually been on a nasty downtrend, and so you know, this is currently a stock that is setting up and on the radar. And if you look here, it needs to get above 50 on RSI. It broke above 50 on Fasto, which is good, but notice how it's failed to get above 50 on all these occasions. So the big bullish change in trend that'll be easy to spot in this chart is once it gets above 50, if it can hold above that level, that's when you're like, okay, this chart is really heating up. The bulls are actually taking control. If it stays below 50, that's going to signal more downside risk. Same thing with Fasto. You know, it's got to get and hold above 50, right? And then down here, you've got the plus DI crossing 80x, so it's signaling the chart's heating up. And then also notice how minus DI is hooking down. Okay, that's a good signal, and you've got plus DI hooking up. That's signaling the bulls are starting to heat up. And what's going on is this was a dead cat bounce play. Yesterday, it bounced off the low and formed a bullish reversal pattern following multiple red candles in a row. Look at all the red volume bars down here. And so today, today the bullish engulfing reversal pattern that formed yesterday has been confirmed. Okay, and the long lower wick on this candle, and the upper wick on this candle, has filled the gap from the gap up open. So there's no gap below, which that's good. And it did close above EMA 4, 8, and 13. So that's good as well. But the big level to break now is the middle Bollinger Band at 0.020, okay, at 2 cents here. Notice back here, the last close above that level, it failed to hold and it pulled back. Okay, back here, failed to turn the middle Bollinger Band into support, pulled back. So what we're looking for is a close above the middle Bollinger Band, and then like those other stocks, we want to see a close above this green line. The 50-day simple moving average is 0.022. If that happens, that's going to be the big signal that it's ready to head higher. So keep an eye on hemp. There's a bullish crossover. You've got the PSAR bull flip. Parabolic SAR bull flip. SAR stands for stop and reverse. You've got the bullish crossover on the 8, 13, and 5 MACD. Another signal to look for is the 12, 26, and 9 MACD bullish crossover. That'll be a signal the chart is heating up. Okay, here is we'll skip over that. That's CMBX. That's a stock that's been in play for us and doing really well. It's cooled down a little bit, but it's still in play. Okay, so it's on our bounce radar, and so we'll go over that in another video. Take a look here at IVITF. Okay, this stock has been on a really nice run since we alerted it in our last video. It's now hitting 70 almost. It's at 66. It's up here at 93 on Fasto, so super frothy. You can see the green line above the black and red lines, the bulls in control. Okay, we posted a video back here at the bottom, down here in the 70s when this candle formed and this bullish reversal pattern was confirmed, and so it's been heading higher ever since. So that's super cool. You know, it broke above the middle Bollinger Band, above the 300, the 200, and the 50-day simple moving averages. And then today the big move was the close above the 100-day simple moving average and the upper Bollinger Band. This could be a climax following all of these green volume bars, and then you also have the large green volume bar as well. That could be the climax spike. So we'll see tomorrow. It's going to need to get above the high close right here. So this 117, 117.5 level is going to be the big level to break. If it can, then it could keep heading higher. You know, you've got the 125, the 160 up above. But what we want to see if it pulls back and it drops below that 100-day simple moving average is you want to see this level hold. You want to see it stay above $1 and above the 50, the 200, and the 300-day simple moving averages. So yeah, really nice strong uptrend, recent bull crosses, and recent PSAR bull flip. Okay, let's check out CVSI. Okay, this stock is in the bull zone here on our RSI. You've got Fasto has corrected. It's still bullish on ADX here, but it is plus DI is ticking down. It needs to stay above the black and the green line, or the black and the red lines. If you look here, CVSI is trying to break this downtrend. It closed yesterday above the 50-day simple moving average. That's the green line. That held today. That's currently at 0.279. If that level holds, then you could see a run up here to the 100-day simple moving average at 0.328. If there's a drop below, you might see a drop down to test that middle Bollinger Band. It needs to hold the middle Bollinger Band. Really, for this to be a good play, it needs to stay above the 50-day simple moving average. Okay, this they have some problems going on with this company, so we'll see if it can get a run going or not. Okay, let's check out MCIG. Okay, this had just been on a heck of a run. If you look out down here, it made a big run off the bottom. It had the close above the middle Bollinger Band. It broke the 50 and the 200. Then it broke the 100-day simple moving average, the gold line, and then it ran all the way up here to about 28, and where it found resistance, and it pulled back today. It did form, it looks like bearish engulfing reversal pattern, and it did close just below EMA4, or right at EMA4 at 25. That's going to be the key support level to hold. If you see more of downside tomorrow, look for a potential reload off this 22 zone. Okay, that should be big support. You've got the 200 and the 100-day simple moving averages in EMA 13 and EMA 8. That's really should be the reload level for a bounce, and then you want to see a push back above 27 for a run back up here into the 30s. So keep an eye on MCIG. The good thing about MCIG is it's been one of the best money flow plays in the marijuana sector, so it's all about the money flow. You want to trade stocks that are liquid, and speaking of that, okay, this stock isn't super liquid, but this is Kush Bottles. Okay, so they do the packaging. The RSI here is back down at 59. You've got Fasto at 66. They're both in the bull zone. This is another stock that corrected, and so I would say keep an eye on this for a bounce. Okay, it closed below the 300-day simple moving average at 230 today, and as you can see here, there's lots of support levels. Okay, the ultimate drop would be down to 210, 214, where the 50 and the middle Bollinger Band are at, but it could hold the 100-day simple moving average here at 223. It bounced off that level tomorrow, so keep an eye on this. If this gets back above 230, the 300-day simple moving average, it could take off higher and run back up to the 200-day simple moving average at 267. So yeah, there's been big volume behind this move as well. And then to finish up here, check out a couple more of these plays. And this is a vapor play. This stock is breaking this downtrend. Okay, EMAs 4 and 8 are the pink and blue lines. There was a close above those levels today, so if the share price stays above that level, you could see a new uptrend. Okay, so keep an eye on VPOR. It seems like it's holding up, or it's heating up, and it could be possibly starting a new uptrend. Now, if it drops back and closes below EMAs 4 and 8, that's going to be a red flag and it will no longer be in play. It's only in play for us if it stays above those two key levels. And then one to watch, this is Total Lotto Play, IMTV. Okay, remember every single stock in this video is in the marijuana sector, including this ticker symbol here. Okay, it had this huge pullback after a big run. This is what we call an Eiffel Tower pattern. Okay, sometimes they never come back from this, but you know, it's in the right sector. It pulled back. Look at the volume, really dried up. What we're looking for is a close above this blue line here. We're looking for a close above first EMA 4. Notice how it's been closing below the pink line every single day. So a close above that level is 0.0006 is going to be your signal the chart's heating up. And then once it gets back above the blue line, that's when it'll get moving again. Notice how that's what happened on this candle here. It had been below, it closed above, and then bam, and it had the big run. And then once it got, you know, cooled down, it closed below those levels, and then it's been riding resistance ever since. We're looking for a change in trend. It's finding support at 0.004. If it can get back above, it could get running again. Okay, there you go. That's our weed video for tonight. If you'd like to follow the marijuana sector, check us out at our mychartcoach.com channel or website. We've got the marijuana stocks and charts section of the website, and then we also cover these plays in our chat all throughout the day. So yeah, to get the latest and the earliest alerts and the best information, you got to check out the chat. You can always go into the chat and scroll back to read the day's conversation. That's what I recommend doing at the end of each day. Scroll back through the chat. You're going to get lots of alerts. You're going to get lots of plays. You're going to get lots of educational information, and I guarantee you it will be worth it for you. Okay, thank you very much for viewing this video. Have a great rest of your night.